A full-time intern just to clean her glasses. Host of Kennedy Saves the World podcast, Kennedy.
What happens if the pendulum swings and the people I hate are in charge and now they don't like my ideas? Well, guess what? They can throw you in prison just as easily, and it will happen in this country because our sense of justice is so skewed and it is so incredibly out of control and imbalanced. And, you know, it's like I watch those protesters walk up to the White House and put their little bloody palm prints on everything, and I was like, insurrection!
Yeah.
Ooh!
Yeah, and
Here's Adam Kinzinger in his tears now!
Yeah.
So the Wall Street Journal is right. It is an act of selfishness. It's also an act of cruelty. You know, the yes men and women that you talk about, they're the ones who are propping him up. He's incredibly stubborn. He's been to the summit. Anyone who has been president never wants to give away that power, and they're letting him. And shame on them. He should have the wisdom to step aside, but he can't because Kamala's horrible.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And less popular than he is.
Kamala is his insurance.
No, I think it's their fault.
Okay.
I love generational warfare and crap it all over Gen Z. It's a hobby that I embrace completely. Even though I've pretty much got Gen Z kids, I'm only hiring old people from this point on. You know why? Because they know there's not going to be any Social Security, so they're going to work like hell for decades. Boss for our silver Americans,
yes,
you know, who are the ones who like to buy the MyPillow and Giza sheets. So thank you very much for keeping.
They will only go to HR if it's on the same floor.
That's true. And then to complain about themselves.
Yes. Is watching SNL and I'm thinking, man, Chevy Chase must be rolling in his grave.
Still alive, Greg.
Oh.
Did a horrible impression of, which was very funny.
Yeah,
that's what was so funny. He wasn't trying to act like Gerald Ford at all.
Yeah.
And that was actually funnier. But so when I do an impression of Elvis, I do an impression of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
An impression of Elvis. We gotta win this race, which is not Elvis at all. So what SNL is doing is clearly an impression of Shalou.
Yes.
It's Shalou's Biden. So everything comes full circle. And, you know, obviously they're watching this show because they realize if it's just one-sided, it's lopsided, and you need symmetry for comedy.
That's what my doctor told me.
Forced it upon us. You created the circular logic with the BuzzFeed article, and now the FBI. So, no, he has every license to talk about it. And as someone who enjoys water sports, I looked at our former president. No way he is part of this pee-pee party.
Yeah. Jim Florentine, Kennedy, our studio audience. Watch this.